From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. We are finishing with the Shia LaBeouf Transformers movies before we head to, I think it's Mark Wahlberg. Again, like I said, haven't seen them before. This is the first time we're going through them for me, so if this is the first time you've seen any of our episodes or you're new to the Transformers saga that we've been doing, go back and watch the other ones. They're really nice, fun conversations. Wow. I think I bit my tongue on that one.
Are you sure it was
Are you sure you weren't talking to my daughter?
Thanks, Susie. Hi, everybody.
Oh.
Hi, Susie. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Apparently, I've got some good singers today.
Hi, Rob. Save us. Save us, please.
All right, don't worry. I got an idea. I'm coming.
Why is your name Slow Motion today?
Because that's what this movie was.
Essentially.
It's almost as bad as Resident Evil: The Final Act with its multiple cuts per punch.
So,
egregious.
before we get into the wonderful shithouse mess that was Transformers Dark of the Moon, we have some Marvel news that just came out. It looks like Tom Holland's going to be the first Spider-Man with a movie coming out, I think, in 2 years, 2025.
He's going to be the first Spider-Man with 4 movies.
That's what I thought.
That's
said
not what
movie.
you said. You said a movie. He has 3 movies. This will be his 4th movie.
Yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
July 31st. Oh, next year. July 31st, 2026. Wow.
I think I know that comic. Is that a comic? It should be.
I think they announced Miles Morales. Give me a sec. I'm looking it up.
Probably. Tom Holland has expressed interest in deviating away from Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well.
So. But we might see Andrew Garfield in another movie for Spider-Man.
That would be cool. I would be against seeing them come back together in a way. But Beyond the Spider-Verse, the sequel... No, not sequel. This would be the third one. Right? Would this be the third Miles Morales one?
If it's Into the
Spider-Verse, yes.
So yes, it would be the third one?
Well, Into the Spider-Verse has 3 parts.
Okay. Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out June 4th, 2027.
So yes, that would be part 3. But be warned, guys, they have changed the date about 400 times, so be prepared for the date change again.
Yeah, the minute we saw the second one, I think it came out that everything was right to a stop and that they weren't working on it.
Well, they had
anymore.
the writer's strike, and then they had the writer's strike, and then they had the writer's strike, and then they had the writer's strike.
So, any other news that we should touch upon before we go to Transformers outside of John St. John coming back to Kineticon?
We knew that was coming.
So yeah,
that was better announcement than their fake John Cena post.
Hey! I was Don't hurt me like that.
I do have one piece
No.
of news,
What's that?
technically Marvel related. Marvel Rivals has new 2 characters coming in. Emma
Okay.
Frost and Ultron.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
I heard that on Marvel Rivals you can make Venom twerk now.
Yes.
Yes,
Why?
because he has that glorious ass.
All you stare at is his butt as he's going at the thing. That's
I
all you
literally set Rob up for that, and he just there it goes.
That's the
Right.
sound it made.
You guys stink so much.
Mm.
Love you. Don't
I
change.
think the only other piece of nerd news is we finally got a release date for Switch 2.
Oh yeah, let's.
Um,
I'm happy you brought that up because I didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
so I'm excited for the Switch 2. I'm excited for the Switch 2, as I so wonderfully told my husband, because of the Joy-Cons. I hate the slide that you have to do with the Joy-Cons. I hate it so much. I'm always terrified I'm going to break these damn things. So believe it or not, I told my husband that we have to get the Switch 2 because I like the fact that it's magnetic and it clicks in. That is my favorite feature of the Switch 2. I don't care about anything else with the Switch 2. That was my favorite feature. A topic of debate in our friend group, though, today was the cost of the new games that are coming out. And it looks like the games for the my husband calls them the AAA games, I think is what he terms them as. Rob can correct me if I'm wrong.
That's what they're considered. The games with a big budget behind them.
So like Pokemon will probably be about $80. Hogwarts Legacy $80. Like all the big ticket items are going to be like $80.
Digital $80. Physical $90.
Oh, I saw physical is $80 too.
I do believe physical's going to be
there. He posted this in our group, our chat, and I can't find it.
That's good because but my phone's been a little flaky with our group chat, so
same.
Nope.
So I'm looking for because I know I saw the prices that he posted. It disappeared. But the console's gonna be what, $500, $600?
That's going right for the Xbox and the PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but those are those are two different kind of consoles to a handheld device. You're looking at the Xbox.
Comparable.
Is it gonna have a 4K screen?
That's what there's like. They are saying this is comparable to like the PS5 and the Xbox. Like they are saying this is comparable.
It itself does not have a 4K screen. If you have a 4K TV,
will it upscale it to 4K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a little bit of a difference.
I just found the post that Nintendo Switch 2 games will cost $80 for digital, $90 for physical. The big thing with the Nintendo Switch 2, which is the only reason like I'm not up in like I hate the prices. Don't get me wrong. Middle class family, like I hate having to pay more than $40 for a game. That's just where my life is.
It's been 60 for almost 20 years now.
I know. It's been 60, not quite 20 years, but yeah, pretty freaking close. But the only reason I'm not mad about it is because Nintendo has already said that they will offer game share. Now, guaranteed, it's not going to be available for every single game that we buy on the Nintendo. It's just the nature of the beast. But the fact that they offer that is huge for families like mine, where both my husband and I game. Because now we don't have to buy 2. We're not spending, $160, $180 for a game that one of us could buy and then share it with the other person. So I mean that's huge.
Yeah, there's all the Steam gaming library sharing, which is now the Steam family groups.
Yep.
And they were like, yeah, that's a good model. Once again, Steam, the frontier of sharing. Although I think PlayStation did something similar to this, but it was like whole profiles of games.
So PlayStation does something similar to it, but you have to be in the same console. You can't like be on different consoles to do it. So PlayStation still has it because my husband and I buy games and we share on the same console. We can't share, but we use the Steam, the family share on the Steam. We love it because half the games that he buys, I play, and I'm like, I'm not spending another $60 that we don't have for a game that I want to play.
The old guy in the group currently in the YouTube chat, Mr. Wrestling Guru himself, he said NES and SNES games were $80 plus originally. So
yeah, I could believe that.
And they were high on cocaine when those came out. It makes sense.
Had to pay for their drug habit.
Had to pay for the drug habit. So it's back and forth. One of the big things that we brought up was the different game franchises and seeing how the cost of these games are going to affect those franchises too. I won't name any names because people in the comments will get very heated about a couple of them. But it'd be interesting to see everybody's take on, the pricing. Like I said, I prefer digital. So me shelling out $80 for a digital game, do I hate it? Absolutely. Will I do it? Yeah, let's be real here. I will 100% do it if it's a game I really want to play. I'm also notorious for waiting until something goes on sale to buy it, so there's that option too.
I'll do that with certain games.
Yeah.
But Rob, you said that it's 4K when it's docked, so when it's plugged into a 4K TV. Okay. But my whole thing, if you're gonna raise the price of games, raise the quality of them too, so we don't need 4 or 5 patches before some of these games are actually playable. Quality assurance in some of these places needs to go up.
I agree with you. The only I guess counter that I have to that is when the developers make the game, the people who are releasing the game have no control over the quality. Like if they're told, "Hey, the game's ready for launch," we don't know that they've like had a beta tester come in and test the quality of the game. They might be going off of the developers going, "Hey, it's good, ready to go. Here you go, mass distribute it."
Well,
so it's checks and balances that I think now with the raising of prices that should be in place that I don't think were in place before, and we can name a couple of games that would prove that.
There's been a couple
of
them.
Like the one that almost bricked Will's PC?
Yes.
Or how about almost bricked my Xbox when I first got it?
Yeah. That was Cyberpunk, wasn't it?
It was Cyberpunk.
I'm more impressed that I pulled that one out of my head.
I had the same issue with Space Marine 2 when it first came out. Oh my god, it was so bad.
Yeah, and I mean, they can't prevent every issue.
No, and I'm not asking them to.
Different issues. But I don't know, different things that I've seen, different things that I've heard. I don't know that it's the like, I don't feel like we should go after Nintendo for Cyberpunk's issues. They're just releasing the game. They're not the ones who developed it.
No, and I understand that. Like with Cyberpunk, you go after Project CD Red. You don't go after...
No, and I think Nintendo, for the most part, is one setting the prices, not the developers, because, I mean, they still have to pay the developers and then get a little bit of profit for themselves.
And it's not all on the console side, because some games that we get are still $15, $20, $30. Ryan said in the chat, and I kind of agree with him, the demand for the games outprice the time for patches while we go along. So money talks.
Mhm.
Get it as
Yep.
soon as possible, and
I mean,
if it sucks, it sucks.
Did she freeze?
I think
She
so.
froze.
I
All
love
the strength she's
that.
not talking.
Probably be.
She Elsa.
Wow. Okay. I didn't Elsa.
You totally
What's
Elsa.
up with my internet that it's driving me crazy?
Sorry,
Which is
Will.
funny
Click.
because I.
It's funny. It's like watching a Japanese show where they're talking and no, nothing really happened.
Hey AJ.
What?
It is snowing on Mount Fuji. It's an old in joke.
All right. Well, any other things you guys want to talk about, rant about before we get into the biggest rant we've had so far with the Transformers series? Because I'll start with mine right at the beginning.
Oh, please
No.
tell me your words of wisdom, oh magic man.
My words of wisdom are: this movie is horrible for the first hour and 55 minutes.
Wow. So the whole movie?
That's half the movie.
Hour 55. It's 154 minutes. The minute the big battle starts, like everybody's in Chicago, is
Yeah,
when this movie gets good.
The invasion of Chicago.
Everything beforehand can get dumped in the garbage. The minute everybody starts fighting, I'm locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that,
I had to go look up the synopsis of it because this movie is so bad that I don't remember the movie, even though I just watched it.
so sorry about skipping around. June 29th, 2011, 154-minute runtime. Had a budget of 195 million, and this is the biggest bullshit of it all. It made 1.124 billion with a B, as in bullshit. This movie sucks for 2/4 of it.
So
that's half. You mean 3/4?
that
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
3/4 of the movie, 2/3 of the movie, 3/4 of the movie. Pick one. The movies get better.
Do they?
Relatively. I said relatively.
I don't know. I will say I did end up watching the first Mark Wahlberg one with Ryan the other night. That was substantially better than this one.
I told you relatively. There's a relative thing here. Relatively better.
Oh, also,
Well, let's talk about this one.
So another thing I pointed out. Number one, no Megan Fox. Whatever, don't care. It's Carly now. But did anybody else get the feeling that they literally just crossed out Michaela's name and wrote in Carly?
They did.
Like everything is exactly the same for Michaela, Megan Fox's character.
They did. They
So
did. They literally did.
Mm-hmm. Megan Fox, just before this movie,
was let
they
go.
were getting ready to go film this movie. They already had the script done. They had everything done. And Megan Fox had a falling out with Michael Bay.
Okay. Do we know why? Was anything said about that?
Yes. Please go look up and Google articles on that. I am not discussing that here.
Okay. That probably tells me enough.
I'm not discussing that here. One, because I don't fully remember, and two, because I'm pretty sure the reason I think it is the correct reason, and I'm not discussing that here. So they hired somebody else to be Sam's girlfriend. But again, I hate this trope that we have fallen into, that the male lead has to have a girlfriend. Why can't we just have a male lead? Why can't we just have a female lead?
Why can't the romantic interest be an Autobot?
Rob, that's a you thing.
Hey,
No, I'm with him there.
In Transformers Prime, it was a thing. The main character had emotional feelings for RC, and I think that was spite with Wiki.
I'm with Rob on this one.
I
I would
can't
have
make this stuff
handled.
up.
I would have handled anything else, but why does every movie have to have a romantic interest?
Yeah,
Why does there have to be a love thing in it?
This felt. I was okay with it being Sam and Michaela. I was okay with that. We got used to it over the last two movies. And then when this movie starts, it's literally hand, head, just that happened off screen. We're not going to talk about it outside of they broke up. That's it. Blah, blah. It's like, so at that point, when you don't have Megan Fox or whoever has been in that role, just break that part out. That part is useless if it's not the one that he's been with the last two movies. Because as much as I don't like her as an actress or whatever, she's useful as Michaela in those first two movies. And the minute she's like, I'm out, whatever happens with Michael Bay and her, whatever, that should have stopped there. Cross out that you still could have had a movie together, but instead of Sam Witwicky going to work with John Malkovich, or oh god, what's Ken Jeong? Is that what his name is? One that gets yeeted out the window. Instead of that happening, with John Malkovich in that building, have Sam go work for McDreamy, whatever his name is, Patrick Dempsey. Boom. I fixed it. You don't need her anymore. Casey is a stupid character that doesn't need to exist.
Hey, where'd he get this apartment
can we
from?
just touch
Nest
on for a
gave
second?
it to him.
Can we just talk about for a second that we went from John Malkovich to Grey's Anatomy back to Transformers?
Well, because they're both in here.
I know, but the way you did it, I'm sitting here and I'm like, how did we just crossed universes?
Yeah, okay. But you could have, the minute you didn't have Michaela, you should have just deleted all that stuff instead of bringing somebody else into it.
We have to have the love interest. Yeah,
and that's so stupid. It really was.
RC wasn't even in this movie.
And to me, I felt like that shoehorned in hurt most of the movie. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think you're wrong. I agree with you. But again, I also started this. Why does every movie have to have a love interest?
Ryan just said in the YouTube chat the movie needed eye candy, and of course Michael Bay needs eye candy.
Did you not
have eye candy? Did you not see the bots?
I think different eye candy.
I like the bots.
And we like the butts.
I mean, they're good too, but again,
the words that were about to come out of my mouth, I can't say because my wife might be listening. This is the part where Ryan goes in the chat. It's okay. AJ doesn't have to say it. We knew what he meant.
we all know what you're thinking. It's all good.
But if that role didn't exist and it was just Sam, Bumblebee, perfect.
The movie would have been better.
It would have been a shit ton better. And I'll even throw it to Rob here for his thought process on what I just said and how I would have done it. Would that have made it better, Mr. Transformer?
So the first problem you have to encounter is where did he get the apartment from? And you could say Nest. Nest just gave it to him. And why wouldn't they? The guy just saved the world twice in a row and saved Robot Jesus.
And now he's working with a space program company that Patrick Dempsey's kind of working with. Or what was his?
He was a satellite company of some description.
Yeah, perfect.
And
Perfect.
they could say, oh, they put him there in that job because he needs work, and he has all this high classified knowledge. Let's just put him somewhere where space is his interest,
This
because
is
we saw
literally
him.
making it like I'm so happy that I actually had something right.
Remember his previous college degree
Yeah,
was in astronomy. He went to school, and one of the classes that he's excelled in was going to be astronomy because he read that entire book in 3.2 seconds
wish I can do
and
that.
and retained the entirety of that knowledge. He is a genius astronomer at this point. But no, they decided to make him a mail clerk for whatever reason. That's character assassination right there.
And it was. It's like they knew they were gonna make 2 more movies, and nobody was coming back.
And we never got a what happened to the Allspark.
Yeah,
Did the primes just take the knowledge from Sam away when he was dead? or what happened? It transformed. Where did it transform to? You could have done that in this movie if this was going to be Shia LaBeouf's last movie.
the,
There were so many things that they did not close for Sam Witwicky and his storyline that I feel like it just, I don't know. I like the fact that they jumped to Mark Wahlberg and like we end with Sam Witwicky because we needed some fresh blood, but at the same time, I don't feel like Sam Witwicky's storyline was complete. And I don't know that that makes any sense, but that's just
I kind
that's
of
how I felt at the end of the movie.
so with my rant about the issues I found in this movie with the human part of it, I feel like they did close it up even with Carly there. Bumblebee with all the rings falling on the ground. I figured, boom, they got married. They're out of here. Goodbye. See you. And a bleep later.
Hmm.
But this movie, to me, as I mentioned, didn't get good until the Autobot spaceship exploded.
Mm.
And now Chicago's being taken over by the Decepticons. And
The
holy crap,
destruction.
what are we gonna do? And out of nowhere, just as we think Sam is gonna die, just with Tyrese Gibson's character, the freak is Optimus Prime doing here? What? What? We had to make you think we left so they would show their hand. It made it work. I thought you guys were dead.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Once they get to the fight in Chicago, that's when it picks up for me, and that's when it's good.
My thing didn't just freeze; it rebooted.
Well,
Oh dear.
we didn't
weren't
have
here
you
for
leave
that
at all.
thing?
It's okay. I'm pretty sure she could pick it up
Oh,
because she heard the boom, and she probably figured where I was going with that.
I did figure where you're going with that because that's the minute that you froze, and I'm just sitting over here going, dum diddy, what are we doing? Do.
My
So,
internet, do 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 do.
And then I watched
internet,
Zoom
do, do.
reboot, and I was like,
Oh, this is no
What?
good. Maybe it's your iPad.
it might be. I don't know.
So, AJ, what'd you think of Sentinel Prime?
Should have stayed dead and won. But I will say that was a hell of a kicker when he starts working with the Autobots. I was like, okay, cool.
No, not Megatron. Sentinel Prime.
Oh, hold on, time out. I
Red
know.
guy.
He's working with the Autobots, and just as a flip of a dime, he kills everybody and everything. He bad guy. Okay. I should have saw that coming with watching Transformers 1. But it's half everybody's fucked. He's just killing everybody. Oh my god, the acid throw that he had that turned what's his face to rust.
Ironhide.
Oh my god. Why did we only see that once? That should have been something we should have seen multiple times.
That was actually a special weapon that he had. I believe it was called the Rust Plague.
Oh, it did. It worked.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous weapon and not one he likes using
Also,
because it could kill him too.
time out. When the heck did Optimus Prime turn into Executioner? Because he didn't just take it looked like a model, 1916, the wooden shotgun, just poof, there goes Sentinel Prime's head. He also just rips Megatron's head and his spine out of his body. And this is PG-13. They're bleeding too. I guess it's just like iRobot, where as long as it's robots, you could do whatever you want to them.
Oh yeah. Like that one scene where Optimus tells the Wreckers, yeah, kill that guy. And they just start dismantling the dude limb from freaking limb.
This movie, as I've said, is so bad until they get to Chicago. If you want to save yourself aggravation, just skip halfway through the movie. Because you will get pissed off watching it.
3/4 of the way through the movie.
Yeah.
I did like the lead up scenes with Simmons and
He-
Hans.
He got a little too crazy in this movie. I liked his character last movie. This movie, he little too much.
He was going through withdrawals, man.
Yeah, you're right, he did. But I've ranted enough. I'll take it away, guys.
The problem is I agree with everything you're saying, so I've just been letting you rant because you're echoing my thoughts and my opinions on this. Which everybody knows that normally I'm the one who goes on the rant, so I'm enjoying seeing AJ do this for once.
Oh, I was so excited for this after watching it a couple days ago, and I usually watch it again the day of. That didn't happen today. I wasn't gonna put myself through that.
Good, smart man.
Like, I don't normally get angry watching movies, but when they don't make sense on purpose,
Unless I'm sitting next to him, and then he gets angry at movies.
those are scary movies, and you shouldn't be poking a scaredy cat while we're watching a scaredy movie.
I wasn't poking you. I was trying to get your attention.
Yeah, and you did.
Along with
To be
half the
fair-
tiling in the ceiling.
To be fair, I didn't just, pat him on the arm. I took my hand and I did this. So
Freddy
I
Krueger.
deserved it.
I still go back to the boogeyman. Rob trying to figure out where I was, and
Hey AJ, how did you get back there? We're in the last row.
So, but I mean, Rob, unless you have something to add about this
I do.
Transformers movie, I feel like AJ said it all.
I have some thoughts.
Okay.
they're
How
not
many
good.
more movies? How many more movies do we have left?
3, I think.
3?
Hang on, I'm checking. 3 or
The-
4?
The 2 Mark Wahlbergs in Rise of the Beasts?
Yes.
Yes. So, Megatron is dead. His second-hand Starscream is dead. His lead scientist Shockwave is dead. There's the chain of command is sort of gone. Megatron, the Fallen is dead. All that's left
Where do
of
we go
the
from here?
there is a single Decepticon I know of that can take on the mantle, and that's Karn. Krn, Karn, Karn. A Decepticon so into the ideology of being a Decepticon, he replaced his face with the symbol.
I forgot about him.
Yeah, he's crazy. I don't know if he shows up in any of the other movies.
I don't think so. I don't
Why
think they used
will
him at
it be your
all.
first time
That was
watching
a
them too?
very
No, I've watched the next Wahlberg movie, but I haven't seen past that
Oh,
because after that one, I'm like, you know what?
I'm done.
No, no,
that's about when I
not
gave up on
this.
the series too, but I don't think they used him in the last one.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Rob. You're gonna have to watch that.
Uh, there's also Triptychon and Nemesis,
Yep.
and those are the city formers that turn into massive spaceships. There's also Metroplex on the Autobot side, but we've. What did you think of your next look of Cybertron, like the actual planet itself? Like,
Is that moon? Is that the moon? That was huge, and it looked quadruple the size of the Earth coming into Earth's atmosphere.
yeah, um, that I love the design for Cybertron in the Bayverse because it makes it look like just this honeycombed layered lattice going all the way down. Um, the the way it ended made it look like the whole planet just sort of collapsed in on itself and blew up.
Yeah,
Uh, I'm not sure that's the case. For all we know, when you get to Cybertron and some of the next movies, it'll look like Gobatron. If any of you don't know what Gobatron looks like, it's like a cored out apple.
oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like nothing to Gobatron and the GoBots. Uh, and they killed off two of my favorite Autobots in this one. Ironhide and Perceptor. The Perceptor kill hurt.
Ironhide was my favorite.
Bumblebee's
And
still
there
mine.
and there was a
Oh,
moment where you didn't think Bumblebee was gonna make it.
No.
I mean, Bumblebee will always be my favorite, but he was my favorite in the animated series. He was my favorite in these movies. But Ironhide is
Those
definitely up
those
there.
those two mini cons are dead, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
Yes.
so.
No, I think one's still alive.
No. But
I did like the NASCAR vehicles. I did find that a cool touch. And we'll talk about it when we go to the Wahlberg movie because me and Ryan watched it already. The product placement in these movies, again, is disgusting.
Yep.
It's like they needed help paying for the budget, so they just sold the movie.
they
Hello.
did.
Explosions.
Oh, yeah, you'll have that. Yeah, I guess.
This movie is sponsored by this company and this company and this company.
Mhm.
It is
So yeah,
it's almost it's campy how in your face it is at times.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when we get to the Wahlberg one.
so we
But
have
it's-
three left. Age of Extinction, Last Night, and then Rise of the Beasts.
I'm nervous
Um,
after.
oh,
I'm nervous for 5 and 6.
there is technically another villain, technically, and that's Galvatron.
Galvatron
Now,
was in the last movie.
oh, you mean the Fallen?
Uh-huh.
That's not Galvatron.
That's
Galvatron
Megatron's...
is Megatron.
Right, that
Galvatron
was in
is
the last
Megatron.
movie. Yeah, the last movie.
No, that was Megatron getting up from the Allspark fragment being put into him.
Oh, so depends on what you read. They call that Galvatron.
That's bullshit. Galvatron is not that. You
I
want to know what
agree with you,
Galvatron's supposed to be?
but
You want to know what Galvatron's supposed to be?
What's up?
Galvatron is supposed to be Megatron that has consumed Dark Energon and been reborn as the hand of uh Omnicron.
Mm. Unicron?
Unicron, that's it. Unicron.
I was waiting for you to say Unicron is the villain, and then you said
Yeah.
Omnicron. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, Unicron is, and of course, Unicron is the last one you could show up, and I don't know if
Yeah,
they're
if you
if
they
they're
don't
going
do
to
it
do
these.
Galvatron now, because
I don't know.
Megatron is just been eviscerated, and he's already had his resurrection. And I mean,
I'm curious.
there are some terrifying versions of Galvatron, like the one where he's just a ghost.
I love how we're looking stuff up too.
I'm
So
because I'm curious because one of the things because I was looking stuff up for last movie and I don't remember where I had read it, but I remember reading that last movie is when we saw Galvatron. I agree with Rob in that it shouldn't be Galvatron, but I'm curious. So
yeah, I mean, you could make the case that that's Galvatron, but Galvatron's supposed to be an upgrade to Megatron, and this entire time he's just been Mad Max hoboing around Africa.
yeah. Come on.
But so
Yeah,
far,
they're saying Galvatron appeared in Revenge of the Fallen, but hmm, I got nothing.
so out of the, what is it?
Oh wait, I do remember now. Galvatron does show up at some point.
Out of the five
I
movies
think.
we've seen,
Hmm.
one Bumblebee, I want out of the five.
Yeah.
Where does this one rank in the five we've seen?
Bottom.
Rob, it's like I asked the SAT question too if he sees face.
I want to say it's because I did manage to get through the whole thing. Bumblebee didn't hold my attention.
Which I'm surprised by. I loved Bumblebee.
Yeah, I went back and rewatched it. But no, I don't I don't think I don't think this rates lower than Bumblebee. This is number 4.
Wow. Well, this would be 5. Oh, so
Mhm.
okay, so Bumblebee is 5. This one's 4.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
So this is 5 for me, and then right above it's Revenge of the Fallen. Because there was more BS in this movie than Revenge of the Fallen, and there was a lot of BS in Revenge of the Fallen. But I'm looking forward to talking about the first Mark Wahlberg Transformers movie, which is Age of Extinction. Like I said before,
Mhm.
me and Ryan already watched it. I very much liked it. Very quotable, actually.
Yes.
Oh, you like Grimlock? Me love Grimlock.
I also really liked. Was it this one? Or Ryan will probably correct me when he's watching it. It was either this one or Age of Extinction that had John Goodman in it as one
Age
of
of Extinction.
It was Age. Okay.
I'm,
Because
I'm
that
pretty confident it's Age of Extinction.
well,
'Cause
this
I
one's
love
got
John
Alan
Goodman.
Tudyk.
Huh?
This one had Alan Tudyk, which I very much liked Alan Tudyk in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I just watched Age of Extinction the other day. I'm pretty sure John Goodman was in it.
I thought it was very funny that they had him flying a plane again for like 30 seconds. Reminded me of oh god. I was setting myself up for it and I completely forgot about it.
Well, while you do that, rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was wild. Oh my god. Not it's the movie Serenity, but It's got Nathan Fillion.
Firefly?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Oh,
I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch me soar.
that was messed up. It was like it was there, and then it was not there.
Curse
Yeah,
your
but I
brain
couldn't
and
figure
it's
out if
sudden
you were
betrayal.
talking about John Goodman or Alan Tudyk, so I couldn't help you either direction.
It's like AJEXE has stopped working. But we have a lot going on the channel. We're still going to continue with our Transformers. But next Sunday...
Next Sunday.
Yeah, it's next Sunday. It's not this Sunday. I'm very upset about that.
I was looking forward to it. I thought
So
it was
was
this
I.
Sunday.
And then I
I thought
got
it was this Sunday. I'm sad now.
I happen to have gotten told by a couple people that we had the dates wrong. It is next Sunday with the with our immediate reviews of The Last of Us Season 2. I can't wait for it. I know it happens. A lot of people that have played the games know what's happened. Now we're just going to see it happen to Pedro Pascal. Rob's like, I don't know what happens.
I know it happens. I was never very much into the Last of Us games.
This show is really good.
Hmm.
And it's on HBO. And it's a very easy watch. But anything else for everybody at home, or are we good to close up? And I'm gonna go dive with the boys. Helldivers? See, Rob understood.
I don't even play it. I
Kill
know.
some bugs.
Bugs.
There's more than
bots,
bugs now.
Zombies.
Bugs.
Those are kind. The zombies are kind of like the flood in Halo. It's kind of.
I don't play the game. I feel like I've been part of this since they started because Will just tells me for democracy, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna go play Helldivers. I won't see you for a couple hours. We're good.
I do
For
that.
Super Earth.
I do that not playing the game. Like I'll walk into places and just for democracy, and then everybody just.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yep,
happy
you
they
watch
hire
happening.
people like that. I'm so happy they
Okay,
give them
so-
jobs.
So you've got Age of Extinction next week. Next week is also a very special day for a certain somebody.
Well, you have 2 days next week.
I do, but the second day is more important than the first day.
Okay, just gonna right. Got it,
I just
Cap.
broke AJ. It's fine.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you guys later. We'll see you Sunday for Wrestling with Nerds.
Bye.